Today I wanted to do a video talking about the triple threat at the top of this draft class. That would be the top 3 consensus best receivers in this draft class. Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, and Jordan Tyson. Those 3 players all seem to be loved by the draft community. They all seem to be the odds-on favorites to be the 3 first wide receivers selected in the draft. And instead of talking about a bunch of negatives today, I really want to highlight the positives in these players' games and who I think will be the first one taken and why, and who will be second, and what spot's best for each player, and all of that. So let's jump into it and talk about the triple threat at the wide receiver position for the NFL draft. Carnell Tate, a wide receiver any football fan will love, and especially if you're a film fan. Now, I understand he's not the fastest wide receiver in this draft class. He had a 40-yard dash time at the combine of 4.53. But you know what? I don't care, because he does everything so effing good. His speed is pretty good on the football field. He's got football speed. He does not have underwear Olympic speed. He's got good agility, and he's got amazing body control when that ball is in the air. He knows where he is at all times. He knows how to get his feet down. He is truly spectacular with his body in the air. Great body control. He is aggressive against press coverage. If you press him, he will beat you. He knows how to fight it off. He knows how to beat it, and that is something you really want to see of a player coming into the NFL. And probably his best feature, this dude's route running is so freaking smooth. It is like you're watching a 10-year NFL pro. He may not be the fastest wide receiver you see. He's not a Tyreek Hill. He's not just this guy you draft because, oh, speed kills, over the top. No, he's the guy you draft that's going to paint a Picasso. He, in my opinion, reminds me a lot of Cooper Kupp, because when I watch him, I just see flashbacks of young Cooper Kupp in college at Eastern Washington, of him just absolutely dotting everyone up that covered him. And then you go to zone coverage. Just like Cooper Kupp, Carnell Tate has tremendous zone awareness. He knows where the holes are in the zone. He knows where to go. He can read defenses extremely well. It's very easy to fall in love with him because he just does everything. It almost makes you a little jealous when your team's not picking the top of the draft, because you watch him like, man, my team can't get him, and I'm envious of the teams that could draft him because he's that good of a player. I honestly believe Carnell Tate is a number 1 wide receiver in the majority of classes, but he's battling for that position in a loaded wide receiver class. Makai Lemon. I don't know if I've ever seen a college prospect be such a dynamic zone beater than Makai Lemon. I honestly have some concerns of him in man coverage. Oh, how will he match up against NFL corners? Will they be able to stop him? Yada yada. But then I think, wait, NFL teams typically run zone coverage in the modern NFL. That's the number 1 coverage call. And Makai Lemon tends to destroy zone coverages. Yeah, let's not overthink this, Jordan. Let's just talk about the positives of Makai Lemon. So that's with what I'm going to do. Because Makai Lemon is fun. He can get in and out of zones. He's got good speed. He's probably, out of the 3 we're talking about today, the fastest wide receiver prospect out of the 3. He's got really good in and out breaks. He can put on those burners and go. He did not run the combine, so it's hard to really say, oh, is he faster than Carnell Tate? We don't know. We just don't. But watching the film, he seems to have that extra burst at the wide receiver position that you can really get excited about. The other things you can really point out and focus on is he's great in contested catch situations. I have questions about him in zone coverage, but I at least know if you throw the ball to him in a contested catch situation in zone coverage, he can come down with the football. He has tremendous hands. He's got really good catching ability, knows how to get that ball right where it should be. He doesn't really do a lot of body catches. He is a very good hands catcher, which is very important considering you want that after the tackle, after the catch point, whatever you want to call it in those situations, big time yardage that Makai Lemon can bring to you. In my opinion, Lemon would be the consensus #1 wide receiver if he was in last year. And I love Tatoria McMillan, but it's hard to see Makai Lemon not being so highly rated, considering he destroys the #1 coverage system defenses call in the NFL nowadays. And he does it relatively easy. Plus, like I said, he can catch the football. As many things we want to point out about wide receivers, you need to catch the football in order to be a good player. And Makai Lemon is that. Jordan Tyson is such a talented football player. Every route you want him to run, he can do that with great quickness, with great acceleration, with smooth, crisp routes. He can play any wide receiver position. You don't have to slot him in as an X, Y, Z slot. He can do anything. He's so versatile, which can create mismatches for you on offense to attack defenses. He has so much talent, and it's unbelievably special. His hands are amazing. He can catch anything that's thrown to him, it feels like, when you watch him play football. He is great in contested ball situations. He's great with body control. He is such a talented wide receiver. He's even willing to be a run blocker, engage with DBs, be physical, and not a shocker, he was coached by Hines Ward. So maybe Hines Ward drilled in some run blocking technique into him, considering he's one of the best run blocking wide receivers of all time. Jordan Tyson blows you away when you watch him. His film grade is outstanding. Everything about that is incredible. And it's really hard to not see him as a future one wide receiver in the NFL. Besides one thing, and it's a pretty major one. And that's the fact he has had some hamstring issues, and he is, at this point, considered a medical red flag. When you watch him on the field, you have the sense that this dude is special. But then you have to think about, can you draft him as high as you would like because of his hamstring issues, because he's got a medical red flag? Soft tissue injuries do not go away. They stay with players for a while. And it's very unfortunate. That's a draft debate you're going to have about Jordan Tyson. But if you're betting on talent, it's hard not to bet on Tyson. Now, when talking about these top 3 wide receivers, it's easy to fall in love with each and every one of them because they're all so freaking talented, as I said in this video. And they really don't have many issues. Like I said, Makai Lemon, his biggest issue is maybe I'm a little worried about him man coverage. Well, the NFL is primarily a zone coverage league. Not too worried about that. Carnell Tate, I actually don't really have a concern with him whatsoever. He's just a really crisp football player. He maybe won't have the highs of Jordan Tyson, Makai Lemon, but if you're asking me who is probably the safest, I would say Carnell Tate. Then you look at Jordan Tyson. In my opinion, he has the best graded film on this entire wide receiver class. It's not even close. But as I mentioned, the medicals has me very concerned, and probably more concerned than you would think, to the point I actually don't have him as a top 3 wide receiver in this draft class. In fact, my 3rd wide receiver is about to be shown now.
Well, I saddled up my shoe, headed out at dawn.
Concepcion. Maybe my hottest take in the NFL draft, that I have him as a top 3 wide receiver, and I actually have him as a first-round graded out player. Mind you, I only have 12 graded out first-round players, and he was the last one edging out Jordan Tyson strictly because of medical concerns. But I watched Concepcion, and it's strictly because this dude has so much untapped potential. I understand you don't draft traits all the time. You draft with what you see on the film. Here's the thing. I see traits and I see production on the film. He's outstanding within the first 15 yards of a route where his quickness and acceleration burn everyone. If you get him the ball in open space, good luck tackling him. He can get in and out of situations extremely quickly. He has such amazing footwork and separation ability. He can get away from people like it's nothing. Now, will there be concerns with him? Absolutely. I've seen people bring up drop rates with Concepcion. Here's what I'll say. Number 1, drop rates, they usually go down in the NFL for college guys who had high drop rates who are highly touted prospects. That happens. Typically, the guys we see have drop issues in the NFL are guys who didn't have drop issues in college whatsoever. Also, I ask everyone who watched Casey Concepcion, have you seen Marcel Reed play football? And this is not going to be shot at Marcel Reed. He has a lot of room to grow. That being said, his quarterback did him no favors, to the point you're watching Casey Concepcion make magic happen with nothing whatsoever. He can beat zone. He can beat man. He can fight off press. There's still some concerns. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he will get locked up sometimes, but he can beat it. He's 6 foot, 198 pounds. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but you watch him and you just see a tough dude. I was reading a lot of comps for him before I made this video because I was curious to see what everyone else thought of him. And Landon Zerline had something that I kind of went and did, oh, I didn't think of that, but that makes sense. He compared him to Doug Baldwin, and I see a lot of Doug Baldwin in him. He's quicker than Doug Baldwin, in my opinion, has much more elusive ability, but that toughness for that smaller guy that will go in there, that will take the big hit, that will go and try and get his hands on you run blocking, and will make it a miserable time for you. Even if you beat him and you can get to the running back, you're not getting there without some scrapes and bruises. He is just a very fun player that also gives you something special in the return game. He can get you those hidden yards that every team searches for. To me, Casey Concepcion is probably the most slept-on player in this draft class. Even though a lot of people have him going round 1, he should be going higher than with what people think because he's so talented. If you ask me where I think his best spot would be, honestly, anywhere. He has all the tools for a modern NFL offense. You can line him up all over the field similar to Jordan Tyson. He doesn't have the film grade that Tyson does, but you see a lot of the good things Tyson has. He has them too. Casey Concepcion is going to be a name remembered after this draft of why didn't he go higher in this draft class? And it's quite simply going to be because he was overlooked. I'm going to ask everyone now who watches this video, go pull up some Casey Concepcion film. Go pull up some highlights. Whatever you can watch, watch him. Then come back and give me your honest opinion on Casey Concepcion. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 600 subscribers by the start of the NFL draft. So I have until 6 o'clock my time, April 24th to hit it. I hope I hit it by then. But if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you'd share this. If you have any opinions, go down in the comment section. I love reading every comment, and I'll try to respond to everybody I see comment. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you all have a great day, and thank you very much for watching.